That is my 1959 Willys Jeep CJ6, gifted to me by a subscriber. His name is Gil, so we've named it Gil's Jeep. Perfect name for it. In the last video on Gil's Jeep, you saw me completely service this truck and get it back on the road running and driving again. On that video, you saw me lube everything up, and I went to Napa and I bought myself a 5-gallon bucket of 80 W90 GL5 gear lube. I didn't think anything of it. I thought I was doing something good when I was putting that oil back in the Jeep, in the transmission, the transfer case, and both differentials. Now, when I posted that video, I had a commenter say, hey, I hope you didn't put GL5 in that thing. GL5 corrodes brass parts. Now this kind of worried me a little bit. I was like, oh, I'm not destroying this transmission. So I did a whole bunch of research and found out that in fact, that is correct. GL5 gear lube will end up destroying your transmission because this transmission has what you call synchros. They have these little brass and copper synchros that allow the gears to mesh together when you're shifting, and GL5 is not meant for brass. So we need to get that out of the transmission and out of the transfer case and put in what I found is Stay Lube, and it is GL4. This is what we need to put in the transmission. Hopefully we didn't damage the Jeep. Let's drain the fluid out and see what we got. Now I think that leaving the GL5 in the rear diff and front diff is going to be fine. There's no brass parts in there. The difference between a GL5 and a GL4 from my research has been GL5 has a much higher sulfur content in it than a GL4, which leads to corrosion on yellow metal parts. Now the differentials don't have those yellow metal parts, so they should be just fine. I'm not really worried about the front and rear diff, mostly worried about the transmission. You know, they could have made this easier to get to. You can see it really close, but the wrench doesn't seem to want to fit. And it's a square drive wrench, or a square drive socket, whatever you want to call that. Ooh.
What was that?
I don't know, you heard that though, didn't you? Yeah. Sounded like a chunk of something.
Chunk of brass.
I hope not, that would suck. I don't see anything on the plug, but it's not magnetic.